Hey guys, Daily Options Guru here at Think Tank Trading. Thanks for joining my live watch list. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. Hopefully you guys had a great night. We did have a little rally the second half of the day today, so that was good to see. A little choppy, a little down. Futures was down pretty heavy at open. Everyone was kind of waiting to see what Jerome Powell had to say today, but once he kind of eased those fears, was a pretty solid day towards the end of the day today. We're still up on almost all of our positions, and we did have a couple YOLOs out there that you guys got that crushed today. So I held some runners on that. Hopefully we're extra green in the morning. Those things actually hit the strike tomorrow. So congrats to everyone that held our Merck and Takeda Pharmaceutical long leap and our long-term swing plays. Those things are looking really solid right now. So today we're going to be going over some marijuana stocks. We did get some news today, so we're going to go over a few of these key ones with you guys, as well as some under-the-radar ones that we think are going to run with the sector. So looking at the news, this is on marijuanamoment.net. Congressional marijuana banking bill will be reintroduced on Thursday. So we did get this news 6 hours ago, and you did see a lot of stocks start to trend up in this sector at the end of the day. You've seen Sundial kind of boom after hours, a little bit better than expected earnings among some others. So jumping over to our chart, the first one I want to show you guys is Zyme. Okay, now this isn't necessarily like Tilray or Cron or any of those. This is a pharmaceutical company, but it does like to run with the sector as well. The first play we had on this was break of 478, which is right here. We had this gapping up. My first price target was this secondary resistance level, as you can see from its history. This one broke right through that and gapped all the way to the secondary resistance. So if I scale out, you can clearly see where these levels are, right? You see these levels here, here, and this was at secondary level. It literally went directly to this, got rejected, came all the way back down, lost support, found bottom support, bounced all the way back up, and right now we're sitting at a pretty decent level. Okay, we're right now our support's going to be at 505. I do think that this can be a play. This thing likes to run pretty quickly on news, so keep watch for Zyme. It's not going to be at the top of our list, but it is one to keep worthy of note. The second one that you have to watch for, of course, is MJ. For those of you that are new that don't know what MJ is, it is an ETF that has a compilation of a lot of good marijuana stocks in it. There are many of these out here. We do like to play this one because of the low implied volatility. Anything that has low IV that makes a significant move typically makes a really strong options trade. As you guys know, Emily got us in this play under $19. And the last big marijuana rally we had gapped up to 34.58 in a matter of days. Our options 5x'd just within a couple days. It has since sold off with the entire sector, found its new support, and right now it's turning pretty decent. So we found support right around $20, and that right now it's just kind of sideways, kind of trending up. So look for this thing just to continue the solid move up. Maybe we get a little rally on it tomorrow, but we just got a couple levels to break here, and you guys see we got some gaps that can be filled on that. So watch for MJ. Callie has a big post about this play earlier as well. All right, the second one on watch, we're already in this play. For those of you that are not in our channel, I do like to bring this one to your guys' attention. This is ticker symbol NEPT. This is Neptune Wellness. So you can see this beautiful falling wedge breakout pattern here. This one hit support, ran up, broke out, and you see it mooned. So this one hit a high of, it says 361, but if you look at it on the hourly, this thing actually went to 589. It closed, at a lower price of the day, but, it had a really strong run that day. So we caught this thing at 145 and 150 right down here at support. We know that this one's going to rally eventually with marijuana stocks. This one has a price target of $3 to $3.50. Some have it going to $4.50. So look for this one to trend with the sector in the days to come. It looks pretty strong right now. Looking at it on the 1 hour, hit 177, came back down earlier today, and right now it's just kind of steadily trending up again. And we do believe that this one will get some more volume. Did have news recently. I'm gonna jump over and show you guys. All right, so the most recent news that it had was about its groundbreaking research finds Neptune's patented Maximil fish oil up to 3.5 times more absorbable than standard fish oil. For those of you that don't know what the company actually is, jump over here to the website. You can see that they offer a lot of cannabis-based products, as you can see with the CBD oil, as well as hand sanitizer, all these things all made from cannabis. And you can jump over here to Forest Remedies, and you can just see all the different products that they have. So they look pretty strong. I'm not saying that they're a $10 or $20 stock, but this stock can absolutely, within this year, make 100% swing. So we're looking for this one to have a strong rally, and we're sticking this one with the long run. We've been teaching our members to sell covered calls on this thing to make some extra cash while it's trading sideways. So for those of you that want to learn that, we're going to be making a video here pretty shortly on it as well. All right, the next one on the list, I'm not sure if you guys know about this one. We did post about it earlier. This is ticker symbol VFF. This is Village Farms. So I like the chart setup on this, all right? This one was at a steady long-term trend line, had a big break all the way to 2032, came all the way back to its trend line support level, bounced, and right now, I was hoping it was going to come to this line here, but as you guys can see, these things had a little bit of a rally today, but this one can definitely start to trend up again, at least towards that 1850, and if we can break that, we can push towards that 2032 again. The reason that I would like this over some of these other stocks is you go to the options chain on this thing, and this thing really likes to trend heavily. The spread isn't the best on it, and as you can see, it's down on the day. I did have news earlier, but this thing can move really quickly. You get a dollar move on this stock, you're talking about 50 to 100% options gain quickly for this company. So we're going to be watching this one. Right now, it looks like it bounced right off of that trendline support level, had a strong day today, and it looks like it wants to trend up as well. We're just going to have to watch and see how this one opens. Jumping over here to a Motley Fool article. It's just what to like and dislike about Village Farms results. They basically go by the numbers here and show that, you know, things are getting better for the company. It's not great, but a lot of these companies have not been profitable for a long time. As a lot of you know, Aurora Cannabis this year did a reverse split under $1. A lot of people don't know that. They look at the previous price for the stock and they think it was $100-something. It was not. It just did a reverse split. Therefore, it splits the stock's history. So a lot of these companies struggled for years, but as these laws change and more states become legalized recreationally or medically, these things are going to pick up some business. They're getting deals across over in Europe and all over the world. So look for these companies to have a strong rally. All right, the next one we are also already in. Just kind of want to re-emphasize this for you guys. This is Wader Holding. Now, I know that the first thing doesn't jump out to you that, you know, this is a cannabis stock, but I'm telling you right now it is. And I'm telling you that the chart on it looks amazing, right? You look at this thing on the daily, and you can just clearly see strong consolidation through here. This thing is just bouncing right off its trendline support level. We grabbed some more shares of this real low today. I can imagine this is just going to consolidate a little more, and I think that this is going to be the end of the wedge. I think this one does break to the upside. I think it goes over $4 and pushes towards this $5.50. If we get a really strong rally or good news on this thing, this did used to trade over $15. So I'm going to jump over real quick and show you guys some news on this company. So going over this briefly, we've already covered this stock, just kind of want to reiterate it a little bit. Wader expanding into the cannabis market. So as a leader in food demand, ordering food delivery, today announced company has agreed to pursue a partnership with Flow Payments to create a compliant marketplace delivery and payment solution for dispensaries selling cannabis. Okay, so not only will this trend with companies for delivering food, not only have they acquired 2 different companies just this year and had 2 more partnerships just this year, this company's making a lot of the right moves. Their earnings was really close. They're on the path to being profitable, and they're very close to that right now. They're making really good moves. Mix that with a really good chart setup. We're long on this company. My price target long term is 5+. So I think this thing could near 3x from its current price. All right, so I can't bring all these up and not bring up the big 2. That is going to be Tilray and Aphria, who's going to be merging soon. I'm going to show you guys that in just a moment. But the last thing that you guys seen was this big squeeze all the way from under $20 all the way up to $77. So keep that in mind. There's high short interest on this thing. There's a lot of bag holders on this thing. So looking at Tilray over the last couple weeks, this thing had a nice little falling wedge going on, except for this is just that small time period when the entire market sold off that Friday morning. So a lot of times you can't necessarily consider just moments in that, but that is that moment for that. Other than that, this one tested its downtrend. It tested, and it did break that downtrend right here. And if I scale out just a little more, you can see that's an important level for this, because these companies, once they do break this downtrend, they like to bounce off of this as new support. You see this one trended all the way up to 31.91, and it's key because when this sold off, it bounced at the same exact level and is pushing to the upside. So Aphria, very similar chart pattern, and I'm going to jump over and show you guys the merger news on this. Okay, so this was published just 4 hours ago. Aphria Tilray to host April shareholder meeting about planned merger. The meeting will be held via live audio webcast for Aphria and Tilray shareholders on April 14th through the 16th respectively, okay? So be ready for whenever this does happen for this entire sector to trend. We do have 2 different sectors we believe are going to trend heavily over the next month. One is the space sector that is getting beaten down heavily right now, and the second is the marijuana sector that also took a beating over the last few weeks as the bond yields rose and a lot of the penny stocks and growth stocks sold off. These things took big hits, so sometimes we use those things as opportunities, guys. You can't make big money in this game without taking risk. If you want something conservative, you know, there's Procter & Gamble and other plays out there. But if you want that big home run play, you do have to buy fear sometimes and dip buy these things on very red days. That's the biggest gains that you'll see. Real quick, jumping over to the Discord, I want to show you guys how quickly these options move. We've had so many big plays over the last 6 months. I know that gets shadowed right now because of all of the market volatility, and I personally haven't called as many options plays. But look at this Aphria play right here. This was just a 2-day hold. This thing went over 1,000% on the calls, all right? She paid less than $50 for this thing and made $542 per option. Really quick, easy gain on that thing, okay? And we're going to plan on doing the same thing the next time around. As you guys can see, this thing just goes for days. A lot of members in here have been hitting big on these things, and we're going to be ready for this. All right, guys, I'm going to send you over to Emily. She's going to cover Sundial and maybe one other one for you guys. But I did have a member ask me to give an update on Merck again. So looking at this real quick, guys, we jumped in down here at support just for that small moment in time when the entire market sold off. This one did lose support just for a day or two, but right now it is trending quickly. It looks really, really strong on every level. That $80 PT here looks like it's just right on track. Most of these people have until June. The rest of the people have these things until January. So looking at this thing on the 1 hour, you can see this small moment in time where this lost support, but it did break this level and reclaim its previous support levels, okay? It held this bounced around for a few days, had a strong push the last couple days, and now it's pushing to go to this next level. If we can reclaim this level here, this is going to be north of $78, $79. We're going to push towards that $80 PT within the next week or so, and we're going to have 3 months essentially on these things for with $80 calls. So they're up pretty big already. I think this one has a shot to go 85 to 90 even. So we may have a home run here. I was really confident in my conviction on this play, so hopefully you guys stuck with this one. It does have 2 FDA approvals and earnings to come. It is a value stock, which has been trending heavily over the last few weeks. So real nice play, and we're still in on this thing. I'm long on it. I'm going to stick with the volatility on there, and I hope you guys will as well.
Hey everyone, Emily here from Think Tank. Just wanted to stop in and say hi tonight and happy St. Patrick's Day with our fun little festive gear. So anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about Sundial. Now, Sundial has been a very controversial stock throughout the last year or so. A lot of people see a lot of downside, a lot of people see a lot of upside. Kind of depends on who you talk to. Personally, I think it's a pretty decent company. I do like it closer to support, right around here at this $1.37, $1.35 range. But I do think it has a lot of potential for future growth. Okay, flipping over to their website here, show you a little bit about what Sundial does. So they are just cannabis. That is kind of their quote. Everything's pure, clean, no additives. And they make these little cartridges, I guess you would call them, with the THC oil inside. So they also have different experiences depending on what you're looking for with your cannabis experience. So we've got the calm, ease, flow, lift, and the spark. So the spark sounds kind of fun. Let's kind of take a look and see what that's all about. Looks like they have a little bit of everything, including recipes, including how to make infused gummies with their oil, and quite a few different things. Okay, so taking a look at these little cartridge vapes here that they have to offer, it looks like they have different series, and that has to do with the calm, the ease, and the lift. You've got many different choices here between the THC or CBD oils. They also offer the flower, the oil, and the pre-roll. So after taking a look at their different products, we're going to flip back over to the chart here. Now, it did bounce off this support and has been running up with the trend of cannabis going right now. My recommendation would be to wait for this run to be over and it to come back down a little bit. Try and catch it right around this $1.35, $1.40 range. I think would be a great entry. And then in the future, it's a great stock to sell covered calls on. Covered calls is something that I've been teaching a lot of the members in our Discord about recently. I've been doing one-on-one training with them, and I think that this is a great stock that you could sell those covered calls on during the huge spikes and when cannabis starts to run. So all right, so that's about all I have for you here today. I'm going to pass you back along to Dale, and I will see everybody soon.
All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. That's just a few things that we're looking at for tomorrow. Like she said, these are all high-risk stocks. Every single one of them are extremely volatile. Most of them have little to no earnings on the positive side over the last few years. That's why they've downtrended for so long. But as new administrations come in and new laws and regulations are changed, these things do have a shot to make a rebound starting this year. So we're going to be looking to get into a few of these. We're going to see how the market opens tomorrow and how everything reacts. So thank you guys for joining. We will have another watch list posted in the Discord in the morning, as you all know, and hopefully all of you have a great night. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. We're all just trying to get some gold tomorrow. So we'll see you guys at Open, all right?